First, I'd like to say my grandmother on my father's side. I actually had the privilege of living with both of my grandparents, both sides of my grandparents as I was coming up. And I really appreciate my grandmother, Sadie Wiggins, for always encouraging me to do my best and to letting me know that, reminding me that I could do anything. And I also like to just mention Romero Malvo, that gave me my first job as a student professional worker with the city of Los Angeles, making a difference. I think that is the goal and the directive that all leaders should take, is what they're doing, needs to make a difference. And of course, for the common good and those that they're serving. So making a difference is the leadership quality that I believe all leaders should have. So when I think about leadership highlights, I, think of leadership highlights from a number of positions that I've held over my career, whether it was running the public works department or leading partnerships for LAUSD's Superintendent Austin Buettner. I really think that the leadership role that I'd like to celebrate most is and highlight is this assignment, and serving as Mayor Garcetti's Executive Director of the Civil, Human Rights, and Equity Department is a highlight in my leadership assignments, particularly because of all that's going on in America, especially in Los Angeles at this time. When you think about the inequities that are happening with the COVID-19 crisis, the economic downturn, and of course, social injustices that are, really running rampant, and even the hate crime that a lot of communities are experiencing now. It's just that this assignment has given an opportunity for us to make things right for many communities. And when we think about, COVID-19 equity, to be able to provide resources to families in need, whether it's PPEs, personal protective equipment, or an opportunity to make sure that the vaccination process and the testing process is equitable. Other things that I'd like to just highlight is the opportunities to deal with structural racism, particularly as it relates to discriminatory practices in commerce, education, employment, and housing, which oftentimes people are focusing on, policing and, other blatant things like even hate crimes. And of course, all of those things need to be addressed. But I see that discriminatory practices are things that have oftentimes gone unchecked for communities of color and underserved communities. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be in this position for such a time as this. So for our inspiring leaders, I have a theory, and you guys will hear it here first. It's the power of the extra. And I believe in being intentional with your plans, definitely having an opportunity to, write things down, write down your vision, make sure that it's plain, and to be intentional to do something extra every day to move you toward your goals. It could be, attending a meeting, a seminar, taking an extra class, having an opportunity to make sure you have a mentor. So do something extra every week at least. And if you think about it, we have 52 weeks in a year. So if you do 52 extra things a year for a 10-year period, that's 520 extra things that you've done to move your leadership goals forward. And I just am excited about our youth, and I'm excited about the new leaders that are coming behind me. Because we need, and I just want to remind you, to encourage you that we need you, and we are waiting for you to step up and to serve.